Welcome back to McNulty's Wild and Woolly Book Corral. Cheers. Here's a sip to start off the episode today. Belhaven Black Stout. Black and as wicked as my heart. Today, this is actually a fun episode because I received some stuff that came in and I wanted to put an episode out impromptu. So this is being filmed today and I'm going to post the episode today. And it's really exciting because this is what booktubers are all about. It's why I like them. So let's just cut right to it. So a couple of weeks ago, I was watching Michael K. Vaughn, and he did an episode about this author, Howard Andrew Jones. And he talked about this book, which is the Chronicles of Henevar, number 1, and number 2. He talked about both of those, and the author, Howard Andrew Jones, is an editor of a magazine. I was interested in the books, first of all, so because Michael K. Vaughn put this recommendation out there, I bought this book and started reading it, and it's fantastic. I actually read this book. I haven't read the second one yet. It's about the Dervan Empire, and it's about this warrior Valanis who wants to free his people who are in slavery. It has a lot of fictionalized, fantastical elements that might resemble the Roman Empire, perhaps the world of Conan the Barbarian a little bit, certainly along those lines. Traditional fantasy, in other words. And I like this book very much. So what did I do? Because of Michael K. Vaughn, I bought the second one, which I have not read yet, and that is called The City of Marble and Blood, The Chronicles of Henevar 2. So why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I would not have bought these two books if it had not been for Michael K. Vaughn. This is what booktubing is supposed to be about. He's talking about something with enthusiasm. I watched it. I was interested in this type of thing. I don't read a lot of fantasy. I've mentioned that before, but I do occasionally dip into things. I watch reviews very carefully. So I've had some books that I've covered here. Mark Chadburn I've covered, and I think John Gwynne I've covered. Those are excellent authors. So anyways, I delved into this, and I now have a new author that I get to follow and read because I watched a booktube channel. To me, this is the best of what booktubing should be all about. It should be about looking for book recommendations. Now, there's other aspects to booktubing that I think are fun too. When somebody talks about a book that I like, I'm interested in those opinions, even if they disagree with me. Perhaps they don't like the book. Perhaps they hate the book. That's okay with me. I'm not one of those that gets worked up over it. But I pay attention to those criticisms because that's how you learn. Comprehension comes through understanding what you're looking at and what's being said to you. So if somebody is offering an opinion, let's say on Huckleberry Finn, which is a book I hold in high regard. Not everybody likes that book, and they dislike it for different reasons. I'm okay with that. When I see those different opinions, I'm simply looking for my own benefit to comprehend their viewpoint, because therein lies knowledge, therein lies strength. So that's what booktubing should be about. It shouldn't be about fighting. I like this, you like that. It's not a competition. Who cares, But I especially like booktubing and booktubers when they talk about an author I'm totally unfamiliar with. I never heard of this guy. I don't follow a lot of websites, and blogs and stuff like that. So this was way past me, way over my head. So now I have two books. I read the first one. I'm impressed, so I'll read the second one. I'm going to take the second one with me to the cabin this summer. I'll read it up there. And I understand there will be a third one coming out. I will buy that and read it. And this author also has a trilogy out there, I believe Michael was talking about. So thank you, Michael K. Vaughn. I will have a link down below to his channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. Now, this is where it gets fun. I have to have a sip here because this is where it really gets fun for me. Hang on. Belhaven Black. Okay, so we're not done here. Recently, very recently, Michael K. Vaughn and his friend Roger, by the way, I love Roger, he pulls this out of his hat. Well, here's the thing, and he talked about it. Watch the episode; it's really fun. He talks about this is the hardcover Superman Silver Age Volume 1. Let's hope they get to Volume 2, 3, 4, and 5, and whatever. The way they did the Golden Age. I've had this on my wish list for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. I really don't remember when I put it there. But it's been on my Amazon wish list, and it's so far down. I have a really long Amazon wish list, okay? So this book was way down there, and I wasn't watching it. Sometimes I check it, but I hadn't checked it in a long while. And Michael K. Vaughn pulls this out of his hat. So this has been shipped. So I went to Amazon, and what do you think I discover? They discounted. This is a $100 book. $100. And right here, $100. In Canada, it's $131. And this is an expensive, massive, beautiful reproduction of the Silver Age Supermans, 1958 to 1960. And I didn't know it had shipped, so thank you again, Michael K. Vaughn, because then I made me go to my wish list, check it out, and guess what? It was discounted to $56. So I got it for a little more than half price. I'll take it. I'll take that any time of the day. And they have the Batman Silver Age Volume 1 out there too. I'm a big Blue fan. In fact, if I remember, I'll put a picture in here about the tattoo I have. The one solitary tattoo I have. My son-in-law runs a tattoo parlor shop, whatever they call it. And when he opened it, I said, I'll get a tattoo from you to support him. And I'm really proud of him and my daughter and the family for making that. He is an award-winning tattoo artist. I have a very simple tattoo, as you can see from the photo. Anyways, Michael K. Vaughn, and they put this out. And there's so much to talk about with these books. I'm not going to do that today. I just wanted to put this out there. Why booktubing matters. It matters for this reason, because you can find things to add to your collection, to add quality to your life. This is why I read. This is why I'm a diehard comic book, magazine, vintage paperback collector. It's why I have all these books. And later on I'll do this is the nook I'm in. Later on I'll do my den tour. I call it my library tour. This nook I'm in is adjacent to a slightly larger room, which is being built out, and we have to build bookcases. Those bookcases are not built yet because we're going to be on the road. And I have a house guest coming in, so I don't expect my house guest to do anything except read books. And for the summer, and I'll be back and forth. So in September, I'll finish it, and I'll do a tour. Anyways, so this is today. This is all happening today. I've had the Howard Andrew Jones books for a while, and I've been meaning to do an episode to thank him. This is what booktubing is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about, I like this, you don't like that, blah, blah, blah. Mostly I like booktubing, but let's get realistic here. I'm the world's worst booktuber. I really am. Because I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I don't do what other people do, and I'm not going to. I follow a different dusty trail, okay? And, it's just the only thing I really don't like that they do is they do a thing with, it's an acronym, and I think it's called DNF, did not finish. Is that correct, you guys? You guys actually do that? I turn those episodes off. I don't believe in that. That's ridiculous. I was raised to finish what I'm reading and comprehend it. That's how I was taught to read. Going back to 1963 when Lippincott published their reader series. And my mother and my teacher told me, you don't have to like it, you need to understand it so you can answer questions in the class when you're a little kid. Tommy, what did Jane do when she got to the mailbox? Well, if I don't understand what I'm reading, I can't say she opened it and took the mail out. Simplicity, comprehend what you're reading. So when you have something, if you have a stack of books and you didn't finish it, I'm like horrified. It's like, why did you waste your money? Don't you research anything? Where's your personal motivation to have knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Have some knowledge. Finish it, even if you don't like it. And when you're done, you should be able to identify why you don't like it or why you like it. There's no other solution, folks. So this whole idea of a DNF, it kind of makes my stomach turn. Other than that, I think you guys are great. Okay, I really do. If I'm reading a book, and I read one, what was it, a year ago, by James Patterson? It was a piece of shit. And I have an episode about that. It was his shadow book, a pile of steaming excrement. But I read the whole thing because that's what you do, folks. Okay, you don't pull yourself into the saddle of the horse and then dismount because you're afraid of getting fleas or ticks, or the horse is mean and you're frightened of galloping away. You get on the horse and you ride it. You learn how to ride. You learn how to swim. You jump off the pier. You read. You comprehend. So lecture time, right? So sorry about that. I do go off on tangents, which is another reason why I am the world's worst booktuber. But anyways, I had to get this out there for you guys. While I was drinking my Saturday beer, Bellhaven Black Stout. No, nobody's paying me. One more thing. Today in the mail, I got my normal order from the William Johnstone book club. So I'm going to open it, and we'll just take a look at what I got here. I won't be able to read these right away because I've been on the road, as some of you may have noticed. I'm back and forth now until September. Then in December, I'm going on the road again. So today I got The Wicked and the Dead, the hair-raising tale of Hack Long and his outlaw gang. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? That's wonderful. Great series published by Pinnacle. WWJ is, the brand is alive thanks to Joe and her family, and they're keeping that brand alive and well, and I love every one of them. This is my standard reading, Western reading, is the William W. Johnstone brand, and we have The Jensen Dynasty, The Journey Begins. 2 books in one, so these are probably reprints of Smoke Jensen, The Beginning, and Luke Jensen, Bounty Hunter. So that's great. This is great stuff. Be taking this to the cabin. So that's how it's gone. That's how it's gone for today. I wanted to get a couple of words out there for Michael K. Vaughn. Again, I will have a link to one of those episodes down below. I also want to mention that in recent weeks, all of a sudden I've had a wealth of people subscribing to the channel and commenting, and I want to thank you. I try to respond to every comment. I don't respond to rude comments or comments in foreign languages. I'm simply not going to do that, and that's happened recently. The rude comments are almost immediately deleted and the person blocked generally. That happens now and again too. I had 1 or 2 nasty comments when I did my Conan episode, which seemed to be a very popular and well-viewed episode, not necessarily well-liked episode. But anyways, thank you for those of you who are checking in. Thank you for those of you who have offered kind comments. I have one solitary purpose here, which is to have fun with my book collection, which is obviously extensive, and to hopefully occasionally come up with something that you'll enjoy reading yourself, just as Michael K. Vaughn came up with Howard Andrew Jones for me to read, and I'm grateful to that. That's what I love about it. So that's enough of that, right? You probably had it there. I will see you all soon along the dusty trail as I'm back and forth here and there. Some wild things planned for the summer, and in December I'm going to be, I may have mentioned it, I'm going to Area 51 because I'm crazy, right? I better have a beer before I start that trip. My wife and I are celebrating our 40th anniversary this year in December. So we're going to Las Vegas, where my brother-in-law lives in the winter, and we're going to renew our vows and have a big party. Family's coming with. We're going to have a blast, and we're going to do some side trips in Nevada. So we'll see what happens there. Area 51 is my first choice, so we'll see. We'll see if I can pull that off without getting thrown in the hoosegow. Anyway, stay well, stay happy, feed your brain, drink a pint, read a book.